G here, and we're going to bring you our team builder for week 4 of the HBA, and we are playing Chase, who I mentioned we were going to be playing this week. So, yeah, this is his team. This is my team. He kind of has a trick room team, but I didn't know if trick room was coming. I definitely feared the Uniclist and the Star Raptor, and I obviously I wanted to prep for everything pretty well. So I ended up bringing as my one of my first things. Well, this is really kind of randomized in order because I just organized it. But I brought I noticed that Bug and ground coverage are very good against this team, and I just ran a good Lando set, and it's I believe it creeps like anyone trying to creep an adamant Lando. And I don't know if that's right, but if not, it just creeps like I think it just creeps like I think it creeps Modest Manaphy. Modest Manaphy. And if you look at Bug and ground coverage against this team, camera up hits super effective, and it knocks it out because it's a land up T. While he has this momentum, stack attack does a ton of damage to him. Uniclus, it can U-turn down that, or it can Earthquake. Earthquake's going to do more, but, it's going to, pivot out potentially. Punishment in case it, sets up stuff. Star Raptor, I can, pivot out. I have the rocks on the land of T, right? And I have Intimidate, so. Star Raptor is one of the biggest threats. I thought it was one of the biggest threats to my team, and I was kind of afraid of that. It is what it is, I guess. I built around it the way I built around it, which I don't really think was that good. Spiritomb, ground is just going to do a bit. Bug is okay, but it's not, super good. But, it's a stab ground move. It's decent against the Spiritomb. Manaphy, I could just use my ground Gimsy on that, or Spiritomb, either one. I could just knock that out. Comfy is kind of frailish, but, I probably could knock that out with an Earthquake, or 2, maybe. Toxic and Stunfisk Earthquake on that. Skeptile bug coverage kind of beats in Furfrow. It just was an underwhelming mon. I didn't really expect it. And even if it came, I wasn't super worried about it because it's still Furfrow. So I thought this was a good set. Just kind of easy. And the next mon I just decided to bring was a Zard standard kind of D-Dance. It was just good against this team. Manaphy, offensive Manaphy, it was. I just thought I wouldn't really want the Jolly because I could knock out Manaphy that way. But if you brought a faster set, it's not going to do too much to me. I can pretty much knock out everything on his team, So I thought it was just a good bring in general. There's really nothing that it walled it, and I guess it just had problems with things that had, priority or scarfers, which obviously I kind of wanted to wear out for something you'll see later. I didn't want priority and scarfers. So, yeah. Primarina just nuked pretty much all of his team. This was enough to live, if you decided not to take Tail Glow, just said, energy ball or something. I think that was it. It could, live 2 energy balls like that from Manaphy, and it could just knock shit out. Brutally powerful. I didn't really need energy ball, but I just put it there in case Manaphy's chipped for some reason, which wouldn't really be, but whatever. And Encore, obviously, is for the Uniclus again, which I have a bit of things for that. All pretty minor, but, I have stuff. And then I have this interesting Honchcrow set. forget exactly what I creep, but it's a super look scope lens set with Night Slash, so I can break Acid Armor or Uniclus. It has the psych up for Calm Mind Uniclus. In case like it has some coverage for me, I could just get the special defense boost, and maybe that would be okay. Um, help me do things to his entire team. Maybe if he has both Acid Armor and Calm Mind, um, I could capitalize on that. But I mean, that was unlikely because he would need recovery of some sort. But if he had a weird coverage move and he had like Acid Armor Calm Mind, Acid Armor Calm Mind, and then I don't know what it gets, but just something other than like a psychic move. I just want to be able to deal with that, I mean, he could have brought so many things against my team. I mean, it was just stressful to think about what Uniclus could be. So I just decided, Psych Up would be a good option if you bring some crazy ass thing. And I mean, I really could have brought Haze or something because, hindsight. But it is what it is. I brought Psych Up. Yeah. My next mon, you notice probably that it's nicknamed, and none of the other mons are nicknamed, and that's because it's probably the most fun set I have, and it's an offensive fortress, and this is why I want to get rid of the priority and the scarfers. Okay, so why the frick would I bring an offensive fortress? Okay. There's a reason behind this madness. And it started because I calced weakness policy with a pivot into Mega Camberupt, take like a fire move and then just set up and just do auto damage. And it actually was able to one hit KO every single one of his mons at +2. And believe it or not, you see his fastest mon is Skepta, which hits 120 speed. This actually, Fortress is faster than you think. 40 speed is, for Rock Polish. So he actually hits enough speed to creep Skeptile with Rock Polish. And this ton of attack, it's not really much. It's 90. So, but I ended up settling on the Landset berries. Just because, I felt, again, I just don't like the Uniclus, and, Lancet Pin Missile just gave me, good odds at doing a lot more damage in general, and it was just a whole fun bring. I could have brought, to bury that, Litchi, but I decided not to, it's not as fun. I guess I probably should have brought Litchi, because it just is better. But Lancet was more just a fun bring, in my opinion. So Flail, Destroy, Furfrau, Skeptile, just Pin Missile that, Earthquake that, Comfy, Flail that, Manaphy, either Flail or Pin Missile if it has enough hits. Spiritomb, just Pin Missile that. I mean, Staraptor, Flail, Uniclus, Pin Missile, Stack Attacker, Earthquake, Pin Missile, Earthquake. So, I mean, it really hits everything pretty hard. It's not as bad as you'd think. It's really unexpected. It's able to clean up the game to a fair extent. And it's really not. It's always going to activate Sturdy because it's just not a great wall outside of things like Stack Attacker, where it could just 1v1 that and just outspeed it, Earthquake it, all that shit. But most of the things that it doesn't just 1v1 knock it out, or set up on it and then knock it out. So I don't really care exactly about its usage outside of I don't really care too much about not running Flail. Flail's a fine choice. I originally had Heavy Slam. I originally had Weakness Policy, and it was just to switch in on rocks. And this set, it's all right. I think it was the right set to bring. Other than a couple things, and that was just I think Litchi was better than Lancet, but I just decided, might as well go in with the theme of the scope lens super like Honchkrow. You just meme it up a little bit. Um, I'm really over prepping for the Uniclus, as you can kind of tell. Just because the thing's a monster. Um, yeah. And this Rotom Frost, I just realized that Staraptor 6 owes me. And yeah, Staraptor 6 owes me, so I just ran like a Chocolate Berry Rotom Frost, but he doesn't really have a ground to I can Power Water Volt Switch with a Thunder Wave for like Staraptor and stuff, because like Scarf Staraptor, I don't want to be able to beat that. That's my way to do it. It's going to hinder it, so Fortress outspeeds it, or Charizard Mega X outspeeds it, and I can potentially win like that. Or other Scarfers, So I think it's a good choice, and I just ran to Fog because that was the next best, move for me to run. And physically defensive, I just thought, physically defensive was best because almost all his offense is like, he has Manaphy, but this is like a Staraptor check, and what's a Staraptor check? A special defensive for? No, it shouldn't be. So I guess you could say this team is bad, and it probably is bad, but it's kind of me brings for this week. I just wanted to have some fun, because that's really what the game's about. Fun. It's really just you can't just play to win all the time. And I mean, some of these sets could work when you have sets that can work, and that when they do work, you look awesome. It's so cool when they work. You just have to run them, because you usually like a fool when you lose. It's worth it because what the fuck? What's the game? What do I care more about? Do I care more about winning the championship in the league I actually made myself in, or do I care about going up into some huge big time league and then just deciding I'm gonna fight the best of the best and then I'm gonna win those games? I mean, if you're not having fun doing it, then why are you doing it? I'm gonna bring some heat, and then that's just what I do in a lot of games. And I'm Lancet Berry Fortress was by no means the best. And honestly, I did think about Lecce. I just decided to do Lancet. And weakness policy, actually, I have to shout out King L5. He pretty much told me that Mega Camper would just earth power on Fortress, but she's completely right. I was just brain dead at the moment. So shout out to him, because that, not that it actually ended up being, that necessarily ended up being super significant in the game, but because it's just, I don't think that would have been the right brain. He told me that he did just sort of power, which is completely right, So it did help me change that to a Lancet instead of that, or I could have gone Lecce. So pretty much most of the prep was I did that alone, and this is pretty much it. That's the things I were most scared of, though. At this point, I wasn't really actually that scared of Uniclus going into the game. I was just kind of scared of the Staraptor. I wasn't sure, how exactly I was gonna like play around it, because what if he didn't? What if he just like pivoted it out whenever the word frost was in? Then I was kind of fucked, and then it kind of 1v1 to almost all my mons, so I had to play pretty cautiously around it. Just kind of keep getting in on stealth rocks, and I'm not used to playing like that, so I was kind of worried about that. I was pretty worried about a lot of these things, um, like with Star Raptor. I just almost any set, banded, scarfed, other than like a feather dance set. I wasn't really, but because I mean, I guess it'd be for Zard, but any other set would work. I guess not banned really, but um, I was kind of worried about like just the extensive priority, like Comfy and Spiritomb, just spam priority. But I mean, it wouldn't have been super effective versus like Zard, and that's why that was a good backup option for me. So there was not really a great reason. I thought there was a couple things I thought that were okay. I thought Stunfisk was a little bit better against me than you know you would necessarily think, but it wasn't. I wasn't really afraid of Stunfisk because a lot of my mons just do tons of damage to it and make 1v1 it. But I just thought I was prepared for it, but it might be somewhat annoying to play around, I guess. Oh yeah, Latias. I did kind of think that like a Thunderbolt, Draco, Vintar, Fire, or something like that. Latias, that'd be kind of annoying. Um, or Scarf Latias for either one of these two. So yeah, I mean, there were things I was definitely kind of nervous about in this prep, but overall, I thought that this prep was fine. So I've already played the game, but I think this prep is probably worse than my week 1 and week 2 prep. But I think it's a lot better than my week 3 prep, and it's all right. It's just pretty memey, and just abnormal. Um, but that's all right with me, and I'll be bringing you the game in due time. So, yeah, with that said, see you guys. Peace out.